Now, I pointed out to Secretary Yasai that the succession of controversial statements and comments and a real climate of uncertainty about the Philippines' intentions has created consternation in a number of countries, not only in mine, and not only among governments, but also growing concern in other communities, in the expat Filipino community and in corporate boardrooms as well. This is not a positive trend. And as I candidly shared with the Foreign Secretary, your friends are also concerned about the loss of life in connection with the counter-narcotics campaign.
Goodbye, my friend. Your stay in my country was for your own benefit. We were fed with lies about evil, about China, na itong China may sungay, kung ano-ano lang. Ngayon ako, sabi ko, this has to stop. Because you are abusing the courtesy of my country. So I'll try to figure out a new foreign policy.
The Foreign Secretary briefed me on the important visit by President Duterte to China that recently concluded. And I reiterated that the United States welcomes a relaxation in relations between Beijing and Manila. Secretary Kerry was here in Manila only 3 months ago, and he made it clear that we support direct dialogue, negotiations between the Philippines and China, as long as they take place on terms that are acceptable to the Philippines, as long as they are consistent with international law. So it's a mistake to think that improved relations between Manila and Beijing somehow come at the expense of the United States. That's not the way that we think about it. This should be addition and not subtraction.
It's not severance of ties. When you say severance of ties, you cut the diplomatic relations. I cannot do that. Why? It's to the best interest of my country that we maintain that relationship. Why? Because there are many Filipinos in the United States, Americans of Filipino ancestry. Why? Because the people of my country is not ready to accept. I said separation. What I was really saying was separation of a foreign policy.
President Duterte himself has already walked back and explained the comment about quote-unquote separation from the United States. He described it as a reference to maintaining an independent foreign policy. Well, if separation means that the government in Manila makes its own foreign policy decisions based on its own assessment of the Philippines' national interests, then there's no need for a change.